Hello, everyone. My name is Josh Pearson, aka Phenom. I'm the lead developer for Militia Studios, an indie video game development team focused on the Dreamcast. Now, probably the number one question a lot of people ask me is why develop for the Sega Dreamcast? Which is a good question, but for me, it's an easy answer, to be honest. Not to date myself or age myself, but I was in ninth grade when the Dreamcast came out, and it just kind of blew everything away at that time. I remember I was on the football team in September when it came out, and everybody on the football team wanted to come to my house after practice, get down on some NFL 2K, and see what's up. And it just was such a cool console, man. I remember my dad bringing home the House of the Dead 2 light gun controls, and getting down on some House of the Dead 2 every night for weeks when we first got that. And um, it was, it was one of those things where it was kind of devastating when they canceled the production of it and just stopped development of all the games at that point in time. I don't think that's ever happened in the industry before or since, to be honest. And um, I feel like because it was canceled mid-production, that it left a lot of us who were fans of the system at the time, wondering what could have been achieved with the system had it been given a full console lifespan. And I think that's part of what drives me to continue to this day to develop for the system and see what we can do with it. So um, that's what I've done. You might know I guess, kind of been developing on the Dreamcast for the last few years. Did a release of Dreamcast Media Center, kind of a Xbox Media Center clone, obviously with the limited capabilities of the Dreamcast system. After that, I decided to get more into the 3D aspects of the hardware and developed the OpenGL API that is currently available for Chaos Homebrew SDK, which is what in the line of fire, our video game that we're working on is using Callisti OS or Chaos. However, my engine is not using OpenGL. When I developed OpenGL, it was to ease the cross-platform development for developers to get into Dreamcast programming, a little bit smoother transition for those guys. But the fact is that the OpenGL API expects the hardware to do certain things that just aren't efficient on the Dreamcast. So what I've done now is created a custom 3D API that works very closely with the Dreamcast hardware and allows us to basically ignore any limitations of any certain API and do what we need to do with the system. So I'm pretty happy with what we've achieved. Right now, I'll just give you a quick little glimpse running around on a multiplayer map. Now, all the map isn't quite finished. We're going to work on the light mapping for all the different stages of the level here. You can see in the lobby, we've got the light maps, and the blending mode's a little bit off, so don't take that as the final version. I need to lighten the blending mode, but you can still see, I mean, this is running a pretty high polygon count for these models. And what I'm doing with the weapon models is backface culling in software pre-calculated so that we can essentially take a 3000 triangle model and through backface culling pre-computed eliminate at least on average 50% of those triangles with 0% impact on performance to perform the backface culling because it's already pre-computed. On top of that, we've extended the quantization for the vertices, which I've talked about in the previous video. But that's getting a little bit more into the technical side, which I didn't really want to talk about right now. I just kind of wanted to introduce myself and let you guys see that, we're here to make this thing happen. So with your support, we're trying to launch this Kickstarter campaign, and I want to thank you guys for watching. And let's cross our fingers that the Dreamcast community pulls together and we can really make something happen here. Thanks guys for watching. Take care.